Good morning. I'm still debriefing that trip, Wednesday's trip to Roaring Spring, and I'm doing it in sections. Uh, it was anyway. The first I talked about my stop with Mervyn, my Dutch, Pennsylvania Dutch teacher, and then I talked about in search of Cabbage Creek Falls. Uh, but now, going on from that, after I left the hogback area and went back, and I did my regular, I didn't have to stop at the hardware store. The only stop I think I made was at the meat market, which is a regular for me. I always get a couple, maybe 2 pounds of bulk sausage. That means it's not packaged, it's just like hamburger, and uh, and some sauerkraut, and that's it. And then I headed down, and I had a plan. My next stop is becoming regular. I've begun to stop at the Borough Council or at the Municipal Building, uh, where the Borough Council meets. And I wanted to talk again to Lisa. Lisa is the Borough Manager, and she's wonderful at answering questions. And she knows me now from. She's always there doing the hard work, really, at the at council meetings. And I have had some questions for her. Uh, well, a couple of the questions were just sort of normal. I mean, not normal, but I wondered what that red building was, clear at the top of Spang Street. If you drive out, either out or into Roaring Spring along Spang Street, which is the original street, the one that goes right past the Spring Dam, right at the top of the hill, there's this long red low building. It looks to be clad in sheet metal, I think. And I've always wondered, what is it? There's no sign or anything like that. What's that building doing there? And she said that they always knew that as the bunny bread building. And I said, oh, that solves a question I had. So that's where Roaring Springs Bakery was at its height. No one had seemed to know that I'd ever asked before, because when I was a boy, they got their bread from an Altoona bakery, I think. So that solved that problem, and with a couple other questions I had that don't really matter. But then I finally got to my. Well, no, wait. I better tell you a little bit about Lisa, because I had questions about her. She was born, I assume, in Roaring Spring, but certainly raised there, and has lived there all of her life, from what I know, except even, I think, including 3 years where she studied business at, I believe it was Mount Aloysius College. She probably commuted. So I think that's the kind of person I'm so interested in, somebody whose whole world, not whole world, that's not right, but who's always lived in Roaring Spring. And that interested me. and she so she and she's been borough manager for 30, going on I think 31 years, which really surprised me, because she doesn't look like she's old enough to have been there for 31 years. But it's basically the only job she's had since she finished college. That she's been, so she's seen it all. And as borough manager, of course, she doesn't make decisions. That's not her job. It's just to do the work that the elected officials decide that should be done, and keep it, do the office work. But she's seen it all. Fascinated me. I also found out that, kind of behind the scenes, her real goal is to protect the Spring Dam area and enhance it. The Spring Dam, the municipal building is going to be moved. I mean, not the building itself. They're going to change where they meet down to the old planing mill and bottling factory, which is right down there in the Spring Dam Park area. And I'm not sure why I'm telling you that. But anyway, that area, she's been doing behind the scenes all she could do. to protect it and you know, enhance it. Uh, so anyway, the main question I wanted to ask Lisa was, so what is what can you imagine as the best possible future for Roaring Spring 5 years from now, 2031? Because she knows well that I'm about to launch into the telling of the story, which I'll call the Earth's Drink Honeymoon. She probably knows more of the plot that I've revealed of the Earth's Drink Honeymoon than anybody else, because I get talking, I tell her some of my plans. And she thought for a little, and then she said, well, I guess it's people. The way people treat each other. She feels that over the years, she's watched how people are not as civil to each other as they used to be. And what she would wish is that there could be a return to that kind of civility. And I said, oh, you mean like in that council meeting? I witnessed a council meeting where it was really almost looked like it was going to get into a fist fight, and they insulted her, and or not they. It was just a couple that was there that did. And she said, no, it's not that. It's just people in general. They don't greet each other and speak to each other as much as they used to. And I thought, well, that's really interesting. And of course, I can make that happen. Since I'm going to be creating fiction, I can, if I want, I can make Earth's Drink a place where people never say an unkind word to anybody. I won't do that. But so I thought that was pretty valuable. And then I went on. So bye for now.